Good evening, everybody, and welcome to DTR. We're back in Division 1 this week. We are at Imola. Yes, we are at Imola. We've got 18 drivers on the grid today. This is round 2. So, looking for a bit more of the same excitement that we got last week and a little spiciness here on this track. We all know how this track can be anyway. So, let's just get up all the information. We got a McLaren out first of Bruma. I think no, it's Wesley. No, is it not Wesley? Why is he done that? I thought the McLaren was out first, but it's not. It's Alpha. It's an Alpha Tauri. I'm already on my high horse right now, so let's. Alright, so it's an Alpha Tauri. Oh, Donkey Damn. Div 2 driver last year. So, just to give you a little recap from what happened last week, we had our first race in Jeddah. Very nice and dandy to see. We had Shabby, who won there after months of not racing, to be honest. He just came and stormed through the field, absolutely bossed it. We had Asian in second in a Ferrari, who is with us today. Shabby isn't with us today. We had 10K in third, Spaffis fourth, Kazingle, reserve driver from Div 2, coming in P5, having a very solid race him. Looking out probably to repeat, stay out of trouble, and keep out the penalties to a minimum. Should we go out to probably Brent, who is also a new from this week. We didn't have him race last week. Mamba, Black Mamba in P6, McLaren 7, Racing Ryan 8, Yari 9, and Visible. Rounding up the points as we have Brent, who's about to start his first lap of the session. And that is also, since it is the first race of the season, that is also the standings for the division. We also, in constructors, we have Ferrari out in first place, AlphaTauri second, Aston Martin third, Mercedes fourth, McLaren fifth, and the sixth Haas with 1 point, the last constructors to score a point. So Alfa Romeo, Alpine, Red Bull, and Williams yet to score this season. Still very early on. Now Imola can be a very tricky track, especially through there's the two main points. You have that really fast. Right, this section here can be very easy to lose the car if you're not quick enough on the brakes, or probably if you take too much speed coming out of that corner. As there we go, that's also going to be the chicane, a point where we see a lot of people invalidate, where Brent does there as well. Let's go over to Rancy, as he's on his lap right now. Rancy, obviously we all know, very quick driver. Had a very good showing last year in Div 4, looking to propel him in Div 1 right now and take him forward. Let's see where he can score up today. A 115.5, a very good lap from Rancy, might I add. But Wesley gets a 116.1. We got his teammate Bruma, after not playing the game since October, with a 117. Coming back in the fray, D-Max with a 115.5. Atul in the Haas sets a faster lap than Rancy, 3/10 faster. Pretty neat. Black Mamba with 15.8. Stav invalidates, so we gotta go to Asian as he goes up into P2 as well, 2/10 behind Tool. That's a very good first lap from Tool, might I add. Maggot going to be next over the line. Seems to be like a decent time, 116.2. Pushes him up to see now. Ooh, and Brent, I think, has Brent crashed. That. I don't know if Brent has crashed or yeah, he's crashed. Well, Brent crashes, so he's yep, there it is, there's his car. Well, for Brent's first race of the season, he will not be selling a lap. Let's go to 10K. Factory got some McLarens going slow. Wouldn't be surprised if they are pitting. Oh no, they're not. They're going for another lap. Link's 136, not Theo, sorry. So Williams not scoring any points at all from last race. Looking like they're gonna have a hard showing today. Brent would start at the back of the grid. Might see where McManaman fares up as well. He's right behind 10K. Let's see where 10K can push up. Who's going into the pit, so he won't be sending a lap time. Must have had a problem there. That's not McManaman, that's Maggot. I think Maggot's coming to the pit as well, but we are on board with McManaman, who is he's on his lap now. My standout moment for McManaman, what I can remember from last season, is the great defense he had on and he was with the Ferrari last season. Oh, it was interesting. That might be an invalidation. Yeah, it is. And as I said, the very strict limits here, track limits here. So you gotta be careful. Invisible, only one left on track on a lap, so we'll stick with him. Everyone else in the pits. Not too sure on the weather situation for the race, so I'm not sure if people are compensating or something. But looks like he's taking it a bit slow, but it's fine. Single out on a lap now as well. We're going over Invisible, not looking like it's going to be the best of times. Must have had an issue in one of the corners there on 121.4. Let's go on board with Kizzingle. Yeah, Alfa Romeo. He is a reserve driver, so Alfa Romeo do not score any points. So Alfa Romeo, again, one of the other teams that haven't. And he's taking that in 4th gear, which is an interesting thing. Usually people can just take that in 5th gear and just flat it out. Well, not flat out literally, but like... Seems like he's getting through that sector pretty darn fast. We see Kazinga now. Where is he going to push his car for a second week in Div 1? He pushes up to P10. Not the worst of laps. Probably a bit more room for improvement. But again, as a Div 2 driver coming in Div 1, a very solid lap. Let's stick on board with Black Mamba because I kind of want to see where he fares up, and he is also the first one I've just seen. We have some only staff. Oh, we have a problem in sector 1. That's just some cars going slow. The Haas of 2 pitting, and that's a Ferrari. Mamba pushing. Ooh, sector 2 getting a bit frisky. That's 2 letting the other competitors past. That is not Mamba, that is his teammate about to set a lap. Let's just check that quickly. Stav, where can he push his Aston Martin to? Ooh, a P2. A 50 just edging out Asian. We go down the Black Mamba. For any movements that we can see on the board, and that's another Alfa Romeo, probably overran. Yep, Kazingo pudding. Black Mamba looking like it's going to be an improvement. Moves up into P7. D-Max on a lap now. Ferrari of Spaffis moves up into P3. Just caught that now. 10K probably coming in pretty soon to get a lap time. Let's just check out Wesley and Bruma. So, Haas over there. No? Haas in the pits. And let's just check out Bruma. Oh, and he spun it coming out the last corner. Car's still okay. It's okay. He's going to need a pit. Just make sure he doesn't get any terrible damage. Okay. Watch out, watch out. Let the car pass. Yeah, nice. Lovely, lovely. That's a McLaren spinning out in that last corner. Let's go back to Black Mamba, nope, he's coming in the pits. Let's check out the McLaren, no, Mercedes. Is that Mercedes? Yeah, Maggot. Oh, he looked fast. He's faster than his 3/10 up on his time. Where can I push his car up into? P9. Maggot moves up in the P9. AlphaTauri of 10k, yet to set a lap, last one. Moves up in a P15, 126. He's struggling here. The AlphaTauri driver, D-Max. About to start his lap of the la. Next in the pits as well, the McLaren of Wesley. Validated, so not gonna get a time in. Tool sets our new fastest lap of the session with a 15.09. Let's just check out Rancy as he's coming through sector 3. He's challenging, he's second right now, he's on that front row. Can he push Tool off his high horse? Can he push him down with the rest of the pack and take provisional pole? It doesn't seem like it. I think they're just a bit too slow. Coming in the pits. Pour myself some water. Stav in the pit. Spaff is Asian on an outlap. We'll keep tabs on him. Donkey Dan on a fastest time. It's good to see. So is D-Max. We'll stick on board with D-Max. He's a 10th up on his time. I'm not sure how much he's pushing for pole, but it could be enough for second. No, he goes up in the P3. It's an improvement, and he's only 600ths off Rancy. 5 minutes left in qualifying. Asian up next. Not going to be on a lap time now, still on an outlap. Donkey Dan coming through now. Look like he's on some bit of a quick pace here. Can he push up into the top spots? He moves up in the P3. It's getting awfully tight between all of the drivers on the grid. Asian just starting his lap right now. Let's go over to Invisible. Obviously not really setting a proper lap time as of yet. Only with a 121. A 10k out of the session. One of that's a retirement in the pits. But let's say where Invisible can push up to. It's not going to be good enough. He only just edges Bruma out and puts up the P14. McManaman invalidating, so isn't going to set up as that. Let's continue looking up with the rest of these grids and let's go over to Asian. On board with a Ferrari driver, as I said. You got to nail these corners. Taking that in third gear. Going a bit low, but opting to go with the